He's on. Better bing bing bong 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 bong. Biddy bing bong 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 bong. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go. Yeah, let's just test the sound, Darren, test the sound. Here we go, here we go. Good morning people in the hood. Good morning. Hope everyone's well. Let's just go back up a moment. Yeah, Sunday morning, still like half asleep, eyes are stinging and, you know, burning a little bit. But hey, I need to get this out there now. I don't even race in this anymore. Yeah, I know Scratch Drifter. But morning guys, morning people. Welcome back to the MRC Gran Turismo Touring Car Cup. Season 14, races 7 and 8. The first race is the Dragon Gardens in reverse. Yes, bit tricky this track, going around the reverse way, but we see how everyone gets on. I'm going to get through these 2 replays as quick as I can, but let's just set this up because for me at the moment it's a guessing game. But anyway, in pole position, very well done to Mr. Gold 45 in the Budweiser. It's all one mate Aston Martin GR4, so everyone uses the same car in the first race of the evening. So Gold 45 on pole, well done. McDaddy was setting some stonking times through practice. He qualified in P2. Whoever he is, myself in P3. We got yes. Let's just go on to McCready's car for the moment, shall we? Right. So McCready's obviously in P4, but as you can see on the back of his car, so we've got Martin 3, James 1, so that's the victories they've had at the minute. But at the bottom of, underneath Martin is Crayon Eater 1. So the only thing I can imagine what's happening there is, so basically Martin's obviously got 3, then he's worked out, yeah, he's a number 1 Crayon Eater maybe. I'm not quite sure, but that refers to me. You know, it was back in Infinity where I dominated the league. And yeah, just yeah, so he's put Crayon Eater, Martin the Crayon Eater, number 1. So yeah, he's in P4. Marshall in P5, in the Aston Martin, they're all Aston Martins. Nick the Hammer Games in 6th, Jay Dante in 7th, Mr. Duck Lover himself, James Harburn in 8th, Kiwi in 9th, Johnny in 10th, Quit Ben in 11th, Jason 12th, CRT Lucky Bucky 13th, and Bazinga in 14th position. But yeah, tricky track. I could get the grips of it at all, to be honest with you, but let's see how everyone gets on at the start. Obviously Gold 45 and P1. Camera angle isn't the best, but we'll make do of it for now. Hope everyone's well on this Sunday morning, roast dinner day. You know, get them Brussels sprouts down your belly. But yeah, Gold 45, nice start there, but Daddy in 2nd, myself P3. They left a bit of a gap, so I thought, yeah, it's coming through as you do. Turn around, they go a bit wide, so I go from 3rd to 2nd. In the first corner, I was like, thank you very much. A bit bunched up, someone runs wide. TRT Lucky Bucky there in the back. McCready, the Crayon Eater in P4. Marshall in P5. Nick the Hammer Games in 6th. That's how everyone gets around the moment. See, any instance, I don't recall. I don't think anyone ran wide or anything like that. It's quite a clean start, to be honest with you. Yeah, we've got 13th and 14th in the rear of the field, but up we go quickly because whoever it is in the lead. McDaddy in 2nd. Gold 45 in 3rd. Tricky track this in the reverse layout. I wasn't a great fan. Tire deg was really high for some reason, but we'll get onto that later on in the race. McCready in 4th. James Harburn out to 5th. Marshall in 6th position. Quickly go back up to the top because we've got McDaddy and Gold 45 banner out 2nd and 3rd. McQueen is just lurking around in his crown eating Aston Martin. But Goal 45, obviously qualified on pole, lost a couple of positions and now on the first lap. I've got a bit of an advantage at the front, but McDaddy in second. James Harburn was struggling around here. He didn't like the track at all. Marshall in sixth, doing a good job behind the duck lover himself. Nick the Hammer Games in seventh, founder of ESR. Johnny C in eighth, looking down the right of the Hammer Games. Is he going to go through? There's the Hammer Games there. Breaks her a little bit later. Nick's still hanging around left hand side. He's still there. He's not giving out. He's like, yes, I'm here. And they got Jay Dante coming through as well. No, just backs it out of it. Very nice indeed. But out we go quickly because Marshall in sixth, James Harburn in fifth, Goal 45 in fourth. McCready now up to third. I think he got that down around the left-handers there. Yeah. He got that move done. Gold indicated right. He's like, yes, come on by. I'll indicate to let you by. And McCready's like, yes, thanks very much. I'll just come on by. So McDaddy is second now. So I've got a bit of a gap to McDaddy. McCready up to third. Gold fourth. James Harburn fifth. Marshall sixth. So we've got battle here. Johnny C. Nick the Hammer Games. He's looking. He's like, yes, coming through. Whether like it or not. Johnny C's like, right, I'm coming back at you. Where's Johnny C? Still in eighth. We can see Jay Dante in ninth in the background there. So you got 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th and 11th. And obviously Nick the Hammer Games can see Marshall up ahead in 6th. But out we go quickly because we've got Marshall and James Harburn. A little bit of a battle there. Goal 45 in 4th now. Obviously he's lost 3 positions on lap number 2. It's a long way to go. Tyre rules, you can use whatever tyre you want really. Racing super softs, racing softs, mediums, hards, wets, intermediates, it's your choice. There's no fuel usage. Tyre multipliers times 4. So yeah, the wear is pretty rapid around this track. We've got, I think, majority right-handers, I would say, and you've got the quick left-handers as well. But yeah, James Harburn now with goal 45 with a half-second penalty. James Harburn will look down the left, goal 45. Goal 45 still with that indicator. I was like, yes, come on through, people. I'll indicate right, you just come on through. But James Harburn runs a little bit deep. And then goal 45 is like, yeah, I'll just take the right side. Got the right indicator on, so I might as well. Marshall. Obviously with James Harburn going wide then, he could have made the jump, but he didn't. He just backed out of it. The Hammer Games is 7th, behind Marshall. We're going to get this move done. Oh, Marshall just runs a little bit deep onto that red slippery stuff. Oh, and then Johnny C in the background. What's happened to Johnny C? Johnny, what's happened to you? Johnny, you ran a bit too wide. Oh, bit of a twitch on there. You've seen Marshall go a bit wide and you sort of like follow, but boom! Hello, barrier. We meet again. Yes, and that viewer's like, what are you doing, mate? Yeah, back up we go. You can tell us obviously I'm not with it in a minute. So up we go quickly because, but Daddy, is focusing on me now. I did realise that. We're on lap number 3. Daddy to McCreed, a little bit of a gap. Gold with his indicator still on. In 4th, Mr. Duck, James Harburn in 5th, Nick the Hammer Game 6th, Marshall 7th, Jay Dante 8th, Kiwi 9th. Half-second penalty. Yeah, you run it too wide over them sausage curbs for that chicane. Yeah, you get a penalty, half-second penalty. Bazinga in 10th, Jason in the obviously Aston Martin as well in 11th, and CLT Lucky Bucky in 12th, Quick Ben in 13th, and Johnny C, after paying a visit to the barrier, is in 14th position. But we go because there I am there, yes, hello, in first. McDaddy is second, doing a grand job, fastest lap in a minute, 1:37.88 and 9. Throughout practice he had the pace as well. It was quite rapid, to be honest with you. He seemed to have done quite a bit of practice around this track. McCreeda in 3rd, Bit of a gap to him and James Harbour now. These two 1 and 2 in the championship table. Goal 45, being harassed by obviously the Hammer Games behind Nick, but we look back at Nick with Marshall as well. Obviously Marshall lost the position, so Nick, the Hammer Games, is hammering it. Only on lap number 4, 6 minutes in. These are 30-minute races each. So out we go, no move there at the moment. Marshall, are you looking at... There you are, you're looking at the Hammer Games. You're going to hammer it down the right, or just stay behind? Like, no, not coming through today, maybe tomorrow. Yes, no, Nick just said, yeah. Oh, a bit slidey on there, Nick. No, easy does it. But out we go, because Jay Dante, and is it the Budweiser, yes. Yes, drinking plenty of beer as he goes round Friday night. Kiwi, eating plenty of kiwis in that Aston Martin. Jason, in the banana mobile, bright yellow. CRT Lucky Bucky, you're going to be lucky this evening. Quick Ben, in 12th. Johnny, half-second penalty at 13th. Bazinga in 14th position. So yeah, up we go, because McDaddy now has closed the gap to me quite a bit, to be honest with you. And I was slightly worried because I was eating my tyres up very quickly. Yes, James Harbour and goal 45. Nice move there by Gold. Let's go on to Gold. Round his quick left-handers. He's there looking at James. James is there. This is give him, yeah, oh, plenty of room given there. Plenty of space. James on it slightly deep. He does. And goal 45 is like, yes, coming through, James. Whether you like it or not, with my right indicator on. And he's up there. So Bakrita in 3rd. You can see the gap. Obviously, McDaddy's closed it now onto me. I was just abusing the tyres way too much. And I was just shredding them. Yeah, so yeah, my fault. But goal 45 in 4th. James Hart. Let's just quickly go down, because I like to do an onboard lap. Nick the Hammer Games just runs it bit too deep there, and that gives Marshall the opportunity to pounce for that 6th position. Does he make it stick? Does he make the move done? We don't know. We shall see right now. So yeah, runs it a bit too deep. Marshall's looking around the right. Like, yes, hello Hammer Games, I'm coming. He's just sitting in the slipstream for a moment. Can he get the move done? Let's look at Marshall's point of view. Can he get the move done down to chicane? Will Nick leave him space on the right, so he can just dive on through, do the late break in. He's got Jay Dante in 8th behind, but out we go, because that move's not done at the minute, because around about this time now, my daddy is he's closing on me. So at the moment in time, I just want to do an onboard lap with this lap with the guy doing the fastest lap at the minute, which is McDaddy 1:37.889. So onboard we go bonnet view. McDaddy, McCreader's behind. Obviously McDaddy can see me in front, heading towards the right-handers. Yes, he can either go too wide or get on that slippery black stuff over there. So yeah, he perfected them corners. You can see how much he's gained onto me, McCreader. The margin's still the same, but heading in towards the quick left-handers. Normally they're right, the other way around, but these are left. So yeah, again, I ran it a bit too deep. I missed that apex completely. So the gap to obviously me and McDaddy now is closed. Behind McCreader has a little bit, but not enough. Yeah, I ran it. I took too much grass on there. Ran it a bit too much onto the grass, and I felt a bit of dirt on the tyres. But my daddy, you could tell, you know, he's perfected this track and he knows what he's doing, you know. With me, I only practice it the Friday evening. I don't really practice a lot now. Just jump on the race and that's it. So the margin, what he's closed onto me now, is quite massively over that lap. I was struggling through the chicane at the end. Yeah, say no more on that. But my daddy heading towards the chicane. How does he do it? Yeah, very nice indeed. McQueen's closed right up behind McDaddy through that chicane. Yeah, I was struggling at this point. So out we go, because obviously that was a lap with McDaddy coming towards the end of it now. I did hold him up a bit. You know, look how quicker he is out of that exit. I ate the tyres so much. By this time, the tyre wear was coming into effect, and when only say 10 minutes in. So McDaddy takes the lead now over me. But I'm still there hanging it around. No, No, I'm down to second now. Tyre wear affected me a lot. I mean, what, lap 7? Most people pitting around lap 9. I pit a lap early, but, you know, that's me. But James Harden now has fallen back from goal 45. But the Hammer Games in 6th now. Jay Dante spacing out a bit. Obviously, tyre wear coming to effect for a lot of drivers now. A lot of them started on racing softs or racing super softs. Kiwi in 9th. CRT Lucky Bucky with Jason behind him in the Red Bull Aston Martin. He's in 10th. Jason in the Samson bright yellow mobile in 11th. Quick Ben with Johnny C behind them. Let's focus on this battle for the minute. So Johnny C in 13th. Quick Ben in 12th. Johnny C wants that 12th position. There's no one in front of obviously Quick Ben. So now Quick Ben needs to defend against Johnny C. But Johnny C seems to be going a bit quicker at the minute. This what do they call this? I don't know, a bend, a corner. But yeah, gooseneck or something like that, or seaside view, something like that. But side by side they are 12th and 13th, heading down towards the final chicane. Johnny C get this move done. 12 obviously above his car, but will Quick Ben just do the left brake in, and obviously got Bazinga behind in 14th position. But yeah, Johnny C, nice move. Back up we go. Jason in 11th. CR2 Lucky Bucky in 10th. Kiwi in 9th. Marshall in 8th. Jay Dante in 7th. The Hammer Games in 6th. James Harben in 5th. Goal 45 in 4th. As you can see, I haven't got tyre wear on. But yeah, now Macreeda, the Crayon Eater, is now looking at the back of me. So no one behind. Obviously, got goal 45. There's a bit of a gap between him and Macreeda, but Macreeda's attention is now on to me. I did realise Macreeda was quicker in certain parts of the track, especially the final section. But yeah, like I said, the tyre wear was coming into effect now. I just abused him a bit too much. But Daddy, as you can see up ahead, they pulled out the gap now a little bit. But then Macreeda closes it. He knew where I was going slow. He knew I was quicker and slower. He sussed it out. But over a few laps I held him up a little bit, but it wasn't enough. Goal 45 in 4th. James Harben in 5th. But have a look at Macreeda because he was looking. I just defended the entry into the chicane. Ran it a bit deep there, as you've seen. This part here as well. You know, I was struggling so much. I was like, no, not coming through. I tried to defend, but, you know, the tyre grip was too... The tyre wear was affecting me massively at this point. So, yeah, as you can see there, lap number 8, I dive into the pit. So, Macreeda, now he will be chasing McDaddy for that first position. Goal 45 now up to 3rd. Remember, he qualified in 1st position. Still with that right indicator on. James Harben in 4th now. The Hammer Games in 5th. Myself in 6th. Jay Dante in 7th. Kiwi in 8th. I must admit, Friday night, it was a good night in Pro 2. A really good night. Quick Ben and Jason 13th and 14th. Up we go because my daddy, Macreeda now has put his foot down a little bit. Likewise, Gold as well. We're 13 minutes in, 14 minutes in. James Harben in 4th. Myself in 5th. Obviously, I just pitted, fresh set of tyres. Jay Dante in 6th. Nick went off there somewhere. Yeah, Nick, I think his tyre wear is coming to effect as well. And yeah, just broke a bit too late. Yeah, again, he's looking at the spectators on the right, and they're like, what are you doing here? But yeah, up we go, because Macreeda now to McDaddy. McDaddy still with the fastest lap of 1:37.889. Macreeda 1:38.337. Goal 45 1:38.792. James Harben 1:38.240. Myself 1:38.090. I'm looking at the right of James Harben there, but side by side going down. Where is he? There he is. Side by side, heading down towards the final chicane. Obviously, I got the fresher tyres compared to James Harben, but he does try and defend it, you know. But obviously, fresher tyres. But yeah, he has a better entry into that apex there. And I just, I couldn't perfect it. That was my problem. James Harden in 5th. Looking at the back of me now. Will he dive into the pits? I'm pretty sure he does on this lap. Macreeda is into the pits. So I thought I'll have the jump, you know. Get the jump over, obviously, Macreeda. And I think I did get that job done over Macreeda. Because there I am there. Just down the left-hand side. So I get back up to 2nd position. So I made the jump, but my daddy, yeah, it's still he hasn't pitted, so I think he does the end of this lap. But Goal 45 in 4th, James Harden in 5th, Marshall behind him in 6th position, Jay Dante in 7th. So yeah, it's a tricky track, you know, people getting penalties and whatnot. I think you could burn it off, but you're not allowed to overtake. If you've got a penalty, you can't overtake. But yeah, this track, at the end it started to flow, but no, I didn't enjoy it. That's the honest truth. James Harden in 5th, Marshall in 6th, Jay Dante in 7th. Who's chatting to me? Sorry boys, I'm just chatting away. Let's focus on, obviously we've got James Harden and Marshall battling that out. We'll focus on these for the minute, because I like normal, I'm being rude, I'm not looking at my messages, so I do apologise. Prefer that way round? Oh yeah. Yeah, Sean, yeah. I mean, this track, it did suit people, Sean. And I get that, but, you know, I wasn't a fan, but, you know, I got used to it in the end, but, yeah, the other way I prefer. Scott Drifter, no, the crazy Brit, yes. Hello. Yeah, so yeah, Daddy's now in the pits. Marshall there, down the right hand side, onto James Harden. Let's have a look at that again. Just gets it a bit wrong, James Harden, a bit back-endy, a bit loose. So Marshall's like, yeah, it's coming through. Fellow Infinity Racer. So yeah, Marshall now in that 5th position, but James Harden won't give it up. You give it a bit of a kiss to the rear. But yeah, Marshall now is took that place over James Harden. Jay Dante in 7th, Nick penalty. Kiwi in 9th, Johnny C's diving into the pits. Jason in 10th now, obviously with Johnny C pitting. Johnny C's now down to 12th. Quick Ben now up to 12th. Bazinga. You know, Johnny C should have to jump up to 12th. Yeah, he's just come out the pits. Bazinga in 14th. So up we go, because also I took the lead again. McDaddy pitted. Macreeda in 2nd. I managed to get the jump over these two, but yet again I harassed the tyres too much and abused them a bit, and ruined it basically. Goal 45 in 4th, Marshall in 5th, still him and James Harden batting away, but Gold, he's looking to the rear of McDaddy now. Obviously Goal 45 did qualify in pole position. He's quite happy with that. He's really impressed with himself, you know. Yeah, very well done to him. Obviously gained that extra point for pole position, gained that extra point for fastest lap. If you can combine the win, the pole, the fastest lap, you're in for a winner points wise, you know. So Macreeda now, to me, the gap is falling. We'll go on board with Macreeda for the lap for the minute. So I know McDaddy in Goal 45. Goal 45 is still with that right indicator. I was like, McDaddy, I come down the right, whether you like it or not, and he does look down the right. Very nice move indeed, I must admit. McDaddy did give him acres of space, but Goal 45 now up to 3rd position. Very nice move. Me and obviously Macreeda, 1st and 2nd. So Macreeda, you know, he's just waiting for me to do an error, and unfortunately I think that happens soon. But back down we go, because I'm not just focusing on me. Marshall in 5th, James Harden still in 6th. 19 minutes in, not too long to go now. Jay Dante in 7th. The Hammer Games in 8th. Kiwi in 9th. Yeah, it's Kiwi's he's come out with, like, he's enjoying being in Pro 2, you know, he's really enjoying it, all the laughs and whatnot. But yeah, he's yeah, fair play to him, he's doing well. Jason in 10th, CRT Lucky Bucky in 11th, Johnny C in 12th, Bazinga 13th, Quick Ben 14th. Half second penalty. Macready now. Yeah, there I am there. Macready, he's just waiting. He's just biding his time. You know, he wasn't silly. He knew what he was doing. He knew where I was going slow. Goal 45 and McDaddy still batting out for 3rd and 4th. I'm not sure if Macready, no, he doesn't. 3rd and 4th. These two quite impressed me on that evening. They're racing, their racecraft and everything, really good. They had the potential to win the race, either of them, you know. But we'll see what happens towards the end of the race when we get towards the last couple of laps. So you can see it, 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th, all on the same straight now. So there's not much between the top 4. Marshall and James Harbin still batting out 5th and 6th. But saying that, Marshall just pulled it out a little bit. Jay Dante in 7th. Nice camera angle that. Then Nick the Hammer Games looking to the left of Jay Dante. No, Jay Dante just keeps it in front. Let's focus on this for the time being. Yeah, Nick the Hammer Games still there in 8th position. Still looking at the back of Jay Dante. Will he get the move done around this right-hander? No. About this left-hander, does he close it up? Let's go on board with Nick the Hammer Game. Does he close it up? He does a little bit. He can see Jay Dante. He can see James Harbin up ahead as well in 6th, and Marshall in 5th. Does he look? Does he look down the right? No. Just backs out a bit. He gets, yeah, bloody, sorry for that word. But yeah, straight onto the power, and now he's looking down the right side of Jay Dante there. Nice. Went out wide, cut it in really tight into the apex. Very nice move indeed. Down to the chicane. He's took that 7th position now. But up we go quickly because 21 minutes in, myself and Macready are still batting out for 1st and 2nd. Goal 45 in 3rd. McDaddy in 4th. You can see the gap between obviously Marshall and McDaddy. So it's anyone's race up to, you know, 1st to 4th. So Macready now is now he wants to pounce onto me now. He's had enough of sitting behind. He's like, yeah, it's coming through. Yeah, look behind myself because I think this point here I run it a little bit wide. I can't quite remember. Goal 45. As you can see, goal 45. This is what I mean. He's perfected the track. He knows the track. Just like McDaddy as well. Macready might do as well. But goal 45 and McDaddy, yeah, they've done it really well. How they took the corners and whatnot, and apexes, and their braking, really good, really good. Goal 45 especially, obviously took that pole position. Me in 1st, so we've got goal 45 closing up behind in 3rd position. McDaddy in 4th, so goal 45 has pulled away from McDaddy now. So Macready, I'm defending the right, heading down towards the chicane. I just want it slightly bit deep there. Bit of a love tap at the rear of my car from Macready there. So yeah, Macready does look towards the right, but I just defend it, just pull over slightly. But that was the wrong move to do because it compromises me on the exit, and the overspeed what Macready's got there just shows. But goal 45 is slowly making his way up. The gap is closing to him and Macready. Macready's now looking to the right side of me. He wants that 1st position. Yet again, the tyres I didn't look after. I'm looking down the right again, but the wear was just affecting me now. Goal 45, as you can tell now, he is closing onto the back of 1st and 2nd. This is what I mean. He perfected the track, and it's paying off. McDaddy likewise in 4th. You can see Marshall and James Harbin in the background, 5th and 6th. These two technically been battling it out all race as well. Nick the Hammer Games putting away a little bit for Jay Dante. Kiwi in 9th. Gap between him and Johnny C is quite large. CRT Lucky Bucky in 11th to Johnny C. Bazinga in 12th. Jason in 13th. Quick Ben is in the rear of the field in 14th position. Up we go quickly because goal 45 is getting onto the back of me and Macready now. McDaddy likewise. McDaddy, any error from, I would say, the top 3, he could just jump on through. But Goal 45 at this moment in time is the man on the mission with just over 5 minutes to go. It's half an hour race. So Macreada in first. Myself in second. Goal 45 in third. He's done his fastest lap, 1:37.937. McDaddy in fourth. So now it's anyone's race. We've got Marshall. He just took that move onto James Harben there. I think he had that move done quite early, so it's back up 3. So out we go because McDaddy now, Goal 45 is pulled away a bit from McDaddy again. Me in second. Macreada now is started to pull away from me in second position. But now I got to focus on Goal 45 closing that gap, and he was doing it quite rapid, to be honest with you. Marshall and James Harben still battling it out for 5th and 6th. James is now looking around the left hand side. So right, I tried the right before, just go around the left. The left. Would he get the move done? Will Marshall do the late break in? Will he? No, James Harben's still there, still side by side. But James Harben's still to the left, but Marshall just protects the exit there. It's a nice race in there indeed. Up we go, so I will focus on obviously 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Macreada now is putting the gap over onto me now. He's pulling away. But now I've got the attention of Goal 45 behind me. So he wants that position, he wants second position. McDaddy likewise. He wants to get on the podium as well. But they got to get past me. So McDaddy there, you can see Goal 45 and myself. Obviously you see Macreada as well. But his attention will be on Goal 45 and myself. So Goal 45, McDaddy. Marshall with James Harben still battling it out. Let's quickly scroll down, see if anything's happening. Nick has pulled away from Jay Dante now in 8th. I think it's there's gaps appearing. We're heading towards the end. But I think the main battle, the focus on track now is myself, Goal 45, McDaddy. Obviously we've got Marshall and James Harben still 5th and 6th battling it out. But for the podium spots, Goal 45 in 3rd, still with that right indicator on. He wants to go around the right of me and he gets a better exit. I try and defend, I thought better of it. You know, that was just silly me covering that line because he's a lot faster. So now Goal 45 takes that second position. Now that's dropped me down to 3rd, but now I've got the attention of McDaddy in 4th position. Marshall and James Harben still batting it out. James Harben's looking down the right now. He takes the right, but will Marshall look for the switchback? No, James Harben just covers it. He just covers the exit, runs a little bit deep, runs wide, clips of grass. But yeah, back up we go quickly because I need to just quickly go up. Because now Goal 45, now that's released him in 2nd position. He can now focus on Macreada, who's in 1st position. Myself, I run again onto the grass. McDaddy, he wants he wants that 3rd position. Got a few minutes to go. James Harben and Marshall still battling that out. 5th and 6th. Marshall in 6th. The Hammer Games slowly closing up behind Marshall. But again, these two battling that out 5th and 6th. I will get up to the top. Just give me a moment or two. I do apologise. But the battles were starting to happen. So then again, Marshall looking at James Harben. He wants that 5th position. Will he dive down the right at the chicane? Or will he just keep in 6th position? We shall see right now. So yes, I need a drink. Mouth's getting dry. Not long to go now. A few more minutes. But Marshall, he wants that 5th position off James Harben. James Harben's like, no, I'm just going to defend. But yeah, back out we go because let's go back up to the top. Because myself and McDaddy batting out for that final podium position. McDaddy's looking down the left. By this time, my tyres were half worn. Yes, the front left was way below half worn. So I was suffering massively. But the defending what I had to do against McDaddy was horrendous, you know. It made it even worse. But Goal 45, like I said, qualified in pole position. He is gaining onto the back of Macreada. Yeah, he's doing a really good job. Myself and McDaddy still battling away for that final podium position. McDaddy, obviously, yeah, he's looking at my boot now. Marshall and James Harden. So Marshall's got that move done. Let's just have a look at this for a moment. Again, round the right-handers. Does James run it deep again? No, just Marshall with the better exit by the looks of it. Heading down towards the left-handers now. So James Harden still on the left, But does Marshall just breaks a little bit later than James Harden. But out we go, because the intention now, let's go back up one. It's goal 45 has closed to the back of Macready slightly. But myself and McDaddy still batting it out for that final podium position, 3rd and 4th. Marshall has now pulled a little bit of a gap over James Harden. Let's quickly scroll down, see if anything else is happening. Great racing by all for the first race of the evening. But up we go quickly, because McDaddy and me still batting that out. Defending for all my might. Let's go on board with McDaddy. See where he gains. It was around this section here. I just, yeah, I had no grip at all. Yeah, I was slow through that section, because I knew, you know. But if I took it in really slow, just protected that entry and exit, and it was all fine. Yellow flags, obviously we've got Quick Ben on the right. He's just waiting for the race to finish. But out we go, because on the final lap of this race, who will snatch that final podium position, I'm not sure. Goal 45 in 2nd, Macready in 1st. Goal 45 has closed. Obviously, Marshall, obviously the timer, he's finishing 5th. James Harden 6th. Nick the Hammer Games in 7th. Jay Dante in 8th. Kiwi in 9th. Johnny C coming over the line in 10th. I need to get back up to the front. CRT Lucky Bucky, so Johnny C 10th, CRT Lucky Bucky in 11th, Jason in 12th, Bazinga 13th, Quick Ben 14th. Up we go quickly, because I need to just quickly go up to the top, because goal 45 has closed that gap to Macready, but it's a little bit too late. Me and McDaddy still batting that out for the final podium position. McDaddy gets the overspeed there on the exit of that turn. Let's go on board with myself, just heading down towards the final chicane. I just move over to the right. I need to defend this entry, you know, on the final lap, final few corners. When McDaddy dived down the right, he had the better grip than me. Like I said, my tyres were absolutely shot. But I'll go back up to the front in a moment, because Macready, obviously, it was in 4th. But me and McDaddy still battling it out. Let's go back up. Macready, well done. Done a good race. Finishing 1st. Goal 45, cracking race from you as well in 2nd. Me and McDaddy still batting it out to the line. But no, I get the job done. Obviously for 3rd and McDaddy in 4th. That was Dragon Trail Gardens in reverse. Next race is obviously Seaside. Yeah, so obviously that was now it changes, so it's their own choice, but they can't use the Aston Martin GR4, obviously, because you use that for the one mate. Now it's reverse grid. They use their own choice of car. Obviously tyres stay the same, the multiplier stays the same. Yeah, again, if you get a penalty, you're not allowed to overtake. So yeah, own choice car. We'll see what goes on. I'll just pause this for the minute, get everything up. Reverse grid, slowest at the front, quickest at the rear. Let's quickly go through the grid. So up we go. Like I said, it's reverse grid, Dragon Trail, Seaside, nice track. Once you get it right and perfected, and yeah, it's very enjoyable. But on pole position, obviously reverse grid, like I just said, is Quick Ben in his Citroen TT, and so I always think that sign on the back is like a Citroen sort of thing, you know. You probably think Darren be quiet. But Bazinga in the Audi TT as well is in 2nd position. Jason in the RCZ in 3rd position. CRT Lucky Bucky in the Mazda Atenza last week. He had a stonking race at Tokyo in the wet by a massive margin. Johnny C in 5th. Kiwi, obviously Johnny C's in the Jag. We've got Kiwi in the Ferrari 458. Sorry. Jay Dante in 7th. The Hammer Games in 8th in the Porsche Cayman. James Harden in another TT. Marshall in a 650S McLaren, McDaddy in another TT, myself in a Lambo Dambo in 12th, Goal 45 in the Ferrari again, stonking last race, and your winner from the previous race at the rear of the field is Macreeda. So up we go quickly because we're going to get on to the start of this race. So Quick Ben in first, Bazinga in second, Jason in third. See who gets a perfect start. Obviously the FFs, they will bog down slightly. A few cars will get a jump, likewise the RCZ as well. The Jag and Ferrari should basically be at the front before the first chicane. So yeah, as you see there, the Jaguar straight through the middle takes that first position. The FF's bogged down. We've got 4 abreast heading towards the final the first chicane, sorry. Wake up, Darren. God. Kiwi in second in the Ferrari 458. Johnny just runs it a little bit too deep, but out we go because we've got Kiwi in second. CRT Lucky Bucky. Hammer Games up to 4th in the Porsche. Marshall 5th in the McLaren 650S, so a good start for him as well. Quick Ben in the Audi TT Citroen in 6th. Jason in the RCZ. Like I said, these cars are bogged down off the start. Myself, Goal 45 in 9th. Myself in 10th. Jay Dante in 11th. We've got cars battling out side by side. Bazinga and McDaddy 13th, 14th. Up we go because Kiwi is now taking the lead over Johnny C. Let's see how he gets that move done. Yeah, he got that move done already, but Johnny C is coming under the attack from CRT Lucky Bucky. Your winner from the last race at Tokyo Express in the wet. So yeah, he's looking to the rear of Johnny C now. He wants that second position. So first, second and third battling it out. Johnny C, CRT Lucky Bucky, Quick Ben, Hammer Games, they're side by side heading down towards his right hander. Does Hammer Games brakes late? Oh, bit too late there. Bit of contact with CRT Lucky Bucky there, but it doesn't compromise their race. Heading towards the life chicane. Yes, a lot of people call it death chicane, but today it's called the life chicane. See who gets this right. Johnny C for the life chicane. Hits that. Yes, hits the life chicane. Yes. Let's watch this on board with him for the moment. Entry all wrong. Yeah, entry all wrong. Clips that. Bang. Straight into the life chicane. Everyone else, they get it done. Okay. Johnny C's dropped right down now. CRT Lucky Bucky. Everyone's made it through. Gaggle of cars there in the middle. Look, it's just all kicking off. So James Harbour now up to 5th. Slowly making his way up. Marshall in 4th. These two still battling it out. Onto the second race. Quick Ben now down to 3rd. CRT Lucky Bucky's got buy-in for that second position. Kiwi up to 1st, doing a grand job. James Harbour, it's just kicking off everywhere. Let's just go on board with Nick, because he's got Jason, he's got Gold, he's got Marshall. Who's up ahead? He's got James Harbour now up to 4th. We've got Gold diving down the left. A little bit of contact there to the rear. It's kicking off this second race. Gold just backs out. Slight contact there. Side by side, we have got Jay Dante. Gold 45's there. He's like, yes. Jason makes it through. Oh, Gold just run it a bit wide then. I remember this. So Macreeda now is up to 8th position. Myself, where have I gone? I'm down to 11th now. So my start hasn't been the best. Marshall, unfortunately, is down to 12th now. Jay Dante and Jason side by side. We've got Macreeda. Johnny C in 13th. Obviously, he hit the life chicane, as I like to call it. But up we go, because Quick Ben, CRT Lucky Bucky, Kiwi. CRT Lucky Bucky's... No, he ran it a bit too deep there, didn't he? Let's go back on board with CRT Lucky Bucky. Heading down the hill. I think he just outbrakes himself. Quick Ben and James Harbour battling out for 3rd and 4th there. So yeah, a bit too... Oh, that would have been major hit. But yeah, obviously CRT Lucky Bucky has lost that position to James Harbour and Quick Ben. So let's have a look through the life chicane. So Kiwi's heading towards it now. Let's see if everyone can perfect it. Here you go for the life chicane. Very nice indeed. James Harbour through the life chicane. Quick Ben through the life chicane. CRT Lucky Bucky through the life chicane. The Hammer Games as well. Jay Dante, myself, Marshall, all nicely done indeed. Goal 45 5, McDaddy, Macreeda, Johnny C, Bazinga at the rear of the field. Up we go, because Kiwi is putting out that gap slightly. James Harbour now in second in the Audi TT. Likewise, Quick Ben. James Harbour's done the fastest lap of 1:45.771. We're on lap number 3, almost 4 minutes in. Quick Ben's looking down the left of James Harbour. No, just backs out at the last minute. CR2 Lucky Bucky in the Hammer Games 4th and 5th. Jay Dante in 6th. We've got a group of cars behind Jason, myself, and Marshall. So me, Marshall, Jason, we're like racing around and whatnot. We was like, yes, should we have a bit of entertainment, fellas? So we'll go on board with Jason. So I look down the right. So I take obviously 7th position. So I was like, yeah, we did plan this, mind. We didn't really, but we're making out we planned it. So yes, here we go. We head round here, the left-hander. Yes, I brake a bit too late. Yeah, here I go. Whee! There I am. I'm over the other side of the track, and it all just kicks off. Let's go back and have a look at that from Marshall's point of view. Yeah, me and Jason were a little bit bored, so we thought we'd just play a game of a catch me if you can. So yeah, I run it wide. Jason follows me. He's like, Darren, I'll come with you. So yeah, I just get damaged. Likewise to Jason, and yeah, that was our races technically ruined. So yeah, up we go. James Harbour is now to the back of Kiwi for that first position. Quick Ben in 3rd now. James Harbour half a second quicker. So yeah, through the live chicane, Kiwi does. James Harbour goes a bit quicker. Yeah, gets the overspeed to Kiwi there. Very nice indeed. Very nice indeed. Looks down the right of Kiwi in the 458. Obviously the TT will have the top end of that car, and the grip and the traction out of corners. As you see now, takes first position. Kiwi in 2nd now. Quick Ben in the Citroen TT in the Hammer Games. And we have Jay Dante, and we have CRT Lucky Bucky batting it out for 4th, 5th and 6th. Macreeda in the background there, but we'll focus on this from Hammer Games point of view. What's that jig about? So yeah, he's looking at 4th. He's looking down the left of Jay Dante. Will he get this move done? He does. CRT Lucky Bucky outbreaks himself again. Nick, the Hammer Games, very nice move indeed. Because back down we go. CRT Lucky Bucky. Macreeda, I bet he was laughing about that, you know. See me go off, and he's like, yes, Crayoneater's gone off. But Daddy in 8th. Goal 45 in 9th. Marshall, obviously, he did follow us for a minute. He's in 10th. Myself, beating myself up in that car in 11th. As you've seen then, obviously, I go back to Jason. That's fine. I think at that point there, Jason, he hit the chicane of life as well, and he just had enough, and unfortunately had to retire the car. So James Harbour's putting out that gap now in 1st position. Kiwi in 2nd, Quick Ben in 3rd. Nick the Hammer Games, Jay Dante still batting that out. Let's have a look on board from Nick the Hammer Games, Jay Dante in the Audi TT. I'll have the power over the Porsche Cayman heading down the hill, but the Hammer Games will defend that inside line, which he does, as you can see there. Yeah, just defends it. Jay Dante should get the cutback done. He does. Very nice move indeed. So he takes that 4th position there. Out we go, because we've got CR2 Lucky Bucky as well. Macreeda now slowly making his way up, almost 2 seconds quicker. McDaddy in 8th. Gold in 9th. Through the light chicane they go. Marshall through the light chicane as well. Myself through the light chicane coming up now. Yeah, way behind. You know, yes, there we are. A little bit of a jump there. Johnny C in 12th as well through the light chicane. Bazinga in 13th through the light chicane. Because up we go, because Mr. Harbour, Mr. Duck Lover himself, has put out a gap now. Quite a massive margin on 1:45.069. Then we have Quick Ben in 3rd and the Citroen TT in 3rd. Jay Dante in 4th. Still being harassed by Nick the Hammer Games in 5th in the Porsche Cayman. Nick the Hammer Games now is looking down the left again. He seems to like to... Well, he likes doing that move, doesn't he? Die down the left. Take position again for 4th. CRT Lucky Bucky in the background runs it a bit too deep. Does he catch the gravel? I think he does. But I think he keeps it together. Doesn't really compromise him. In a moment, I'll do a lap with James Harbour on board. Yeah, went a bit too deep there. Yeah, kept it together. You were lucky there. Just eased off the power slightly, but out we go because we still got Jay Dante and Macreeda batting it out for 4th and 5th. Let's quickly scroll down. So I'll take Lucky Bucky, Macreeda, Goal 45, McDaddy, Marshall, myself, Johnny Seed, Bazinga. Up we go because we've got 4th and 5th still batting it out. Still side by side as I go through the S's up the hill. So Nick the Hammer Game still in 4th, Jay Dante. Again, when he get the move done down the bottom of the hill. Let's go on board with Jay Dante for the minute. Heading down towards the hill now, going down the hill. Will he look right again? Will he brake later? He's looking. Nick the Hammer Games outbrakes himself. He knew what Jay Dante was doing there. If you look back to the previous lap, Jay Dante did look down towards the right. So Nick obviously, you know, is looking back and that caught himself out. But Quick Ben in 3rd, Kiwi in 2nd, James Harben in 1st, heading down towards the final corner. This right Honda. So yeah, we'll go on board with James Harben in a minute. Let's quickly see if anything else can off. We've got CRT, Lucky Bucky, Macreeda 6th and 7th. Goal 45 and McDaddy. Let's go on board with James Harben. He's starting his lap. While we're on board with James Harben, I'll just get a quick drink just to clear my throat a little bit. So apologies. You know when you have a drink and it goes down the throat nicely and it refreshes your throat and your mouth's all like slobbery now and you can actually speak without having dry mouth or whatnot. So yeah, James Harben halfway through the lap now, obviously heading up through the S's up the hill. Oh, what's happened there, sorry. Heading down the hill now, obviously still done the fastest lap, 1:45.069. So yes, he's heading towards the final life chicane now. Yeah, the reason why I called it life chicane, I didn't hit it once, so for me it was like yes, so it's a life chicane, you know. But yeah, James Harben through the life chicane there, as we just seen. Kiwi's obviously coming through it now. James Harben heading towards the final turn. Yeah, the right-hander, yeah, keep it tight, nice and tight, straight on the power now, boom. So that was an onboard lap with James Harben. So I went quiet for the minute, I just needed to have a drink. But James Harben, very nice lap indeed, out on your own. I haven't heard the last of that for the minute. Kiwi in 2nd in the Ferrari, Quick Ben in the Audi TT, Citroen Mobile, Jay Dante in 4th. Hammer Games in 5th, coming under attack from Macreeda now, for that 5th position. Goal 45 in 7th, the man what really did impress me the last race. He's in 7th position. My dad in 8th, you know, harassed me. We've got Marshall and CRT, Lucky Bucky batting it out for 9th and 10th. Myself in 11th, Johnny C in 12th, Bazinga 13th, 10th and 11th. Let's go back to you two for the moment. On board with CR2, Lucky Bucky, looking at the back of that McLaren 650S. As they're going up the hill, they drop down up the hill for the S's. You can see myself there in the background in 11th position. So McDaddy's just up the road ahead of Marshall in 8th. Likewise is Goal 45. CRT Lucky Bucky. Oh, Marshall, bit of a twitch on there. So that's obviously on board with CRT Lucky Bucky. I thought it was going to actually kick off there. But up we go because we've got Goal 45 coming under attack from McDaddy. Macreeda in 6th now. The Hammer Games in 5th. Jay Dante and Quick Ben side by side. Wow, let's have a look. Let's go back and have a look at that again. Jay Dante in 4th. Looking at the Citroen TT. Looks down the right. Gets a better exit again. 87 on the side of his car there. And the Budweiser heading towards the live chicane now. Nick the Hammer Games behind in 5th. Through the live chicane. Nicely does it, boys. Kiwi just slow down a bit there. What happened to Kiwi? Did he just have a slight clip with it, or did he hit the wall on the exit? No, just taking it easy for that life chicane, which I don't blame him, to be honest with you. So Kiwi now has obviously, unfortunately, lost positions to Jay Dante and to Quit Ben as well. Because Quit Ben, Jay Dante now in second. Quit Ben is now looking at the right of Jay Dante for that second position, but no. A little bit of a contact there, but Nick as well takes position away from Kiwi. From obviously Kiwi just backing off a little bit there as he went through the live chicane. He's lost 3 positions. It was unfortunate, but Kiwi won't give up. You know, he won't give up. He wants that position back. He wants all 3 of them back, to be honest with you. But McCready now, these lot had the hammer games. Jay Dante, Quit Ben, Kiwi, 3 abreast going through that chicane. Let's go back on board with Jay Dante there. So as they head down, we've got the 2 TTs and we've got the Porsche Cayman as well. He's making an appearance down the left again into that entry. So, almost 3 abreast. Quit Ben still, he's still there in third. Nick the Hammer Games wants that 3rd position. They give each other a bit of a tap on the way through. Nick the Hammer Games has made it up to 3rd position, but Kiwi in 5th. He wants that 4th position off of Quit Ben, and he takes that 4th position. McCready in the background, Gold in the background, McDaddy in the background as well. Let's quickly just go back to the Hammer Games. We've got the Hammer Games now up to 3rd. He's looking at the back of Jay Dante now, but we got these, McCready, we've got Quit Ben, we've got Kiwi, and we got Gold 45, and we got McDaddy making an appearance as well. Quit Ben side by side up through the S's, up the hill. Quit Ben loses out there. Gold 45 loses that. Let's have a look on board with Gold 45 there. He's going up through the S's, up the hill. Was there a little bit of contact? No, he looks through the middle. Too much overspeed. Yeah, the slipstream. Go back one more time. So he's going up the hill through the S's. Yeah, he got the slipstream. He's getting the slipstream from 3 cars there. And he could control. Quit Ben followed him as well. That was such a shame. But yeah, out we go quickly. That was a good battle in there from 5 cars technically. So we have Marshall, Johnny C, Gold 45. Obviously what we just seen is incident. Ran it wide, and yeah, it's unfortunate that. CRT Lucky Bucky in 7th. Out we go, because we've got McDaddy and Kiwi side by side. McDaddy get that move done onto Kiwi, and Kiwi's given a really good race this race, you know. Jay Dante in the pits now for a set of tyres. Likewise is Kiwi, so they're looking for their faster, you know, second stint. James Harburn, obviously the only pit stop they've done, I think. So after this it's hammer time for them. McCready now in 3rd, and the Hammer Games in 2nd, McDaddy in 4th, CRT Lucky Bucky in 5th, Jay Dante and myself, obviously he's just come out the pits, so I'm in 6th. Kiwi in 8th, just come out the pits as well. Johnny C, Marshall and Gold 45 batting it out there. Let's go back and have a look at that quickly. So on board with Gold 45 after his bit of an error going up for the S's on the exit. So side by side with Marshall to the left. And yeah, nice move there. A little bit of a rub, but rubbing's racing, as they say. Marshall Bazinga, just under a 2nd penalty. Quit Ben in the Citroen TT in 13th position. Up we go. The Hammer Games is now coming under pressure from obviously McCready. James Harburn, obviously at the moment in time, he's ran his own race technically. He hasn't got into no trouble, and he's just maintained that 1st position. I think it's after lap 1 or 2. I think the 2nd lap. But yeah, he's a comfortable lead. You can see his margin on the map there. So yeah, we will come back to James Harburn in a moment or two. The Hammer Games in 2nd position. McCready is looking at the rear of the Hammer Games now. Is that tyre effect coming in force now to the Hammer Games? Will McCready pounce with the live chicane? Oh! McCready! Wow! You hit the live chicane. Let's have a look back at this. So you can see the Hammer Games sitting in the slipstream. Let's have a look at this. Oh, mate. Oh, you just clipped it there and it's compromised your race. I remember you saying you didn't get no damage from that. But still, you hit the live chicane. James Harburn in the pits now in 1st position. The Hammer Games, likewise, is diving into the pits. Having a good race so far. McDaddy, likewise in the pits. Macreeda in the pits as well. They're all diving into the pits now. Change them tyres. I'm in the pits as well. Marshall, as he stay out, he's side by side with Johnny C heading along the start-finish straight. Cars coming out the pits. Macreeda's just come out the pits. 3 cars coming out the pits. Couple of cars come out the pits, side by side. Oh, Marshall, nice late braking there. Nice. Can you stick it? Can you stick at it? In the Samsung SimFX MRC McLaren 650S, he does. Because up we go. Because everyone's pitting now. So we're halfway through this race. Like I said, a 30-minute race. They're halfway through. So yeah, they've done their pit stop and they're flat out. But Mr. Duck Lover here, James Harvin, still in first position. Still got that gap over Jay Dante in second position. Nick the Hammer Game still in third. McDaddy in fourth. Kiwi in fifth, doing a good job. Very good job. Marshall in sixth as well. Johnny C, Macreeda after hitting the low chicane. CRT Lucky Buck, because he did put a video on. Yes, Martin, if you're hearing me, if you watch the video later or whatever, yeah, you laughed at me as we went up through the S's and I went off, and yeah, but did I laugh at you when you hit the low chicane wall? No. There's a bit of a banter going on between me, James and Macreeda at the minute. There's no harm, you know. It's just a bit of fun, you know. But we go quickly. James Harbour, it's just yeah, so I just pull over to the left, you know. There's a seaside just down the road. You know, to get the bucket spade out, bring me duck along, have a bit of fun, build a few sandcastles and whatnot. Jay Dante in second, comfortable margin over Nick the Hammer Games at the minute. But Nick the Hammer Games now will probably come under pressure from McDaddy in fourth position. Kiwi in fifth. Marshall in sixth, doing a good job. Obviously, he followed me and Jason for a little bit. We went off and Marshall wanted to join in, but he thought better of it. Macreeda in seventh. Myself in eighth. Quick Bang and the Citroen TT in ninth. Johnny C in 10th. Golf 45. What's going on there? Did Johnny C... Oh, he just come out of the pits. Apologies. I thought he slowed right down. Johnny C in 11th. CRT Lucky Bucky in the Mazda Tenza in 12th. Bazinga in 13th position. But yeah, obviously rounds 7 and 8, races 7 and 8 at the moment. It's flown by, to be honest with you. And it seems like last week or the week before this series started. It's just yeah, it's just surprising how quick these leagues go, just like Infinity as well. So next week Red Bull and Spa. That'd be good selection of tracks. 5th and 6th battling that out. Kiwi and Marshall. Marshall wants that 5th position. He's like, yeah, it's coming through. I look down the right. Does he look down the right? Let it break in. Does he let it break in? No, just backs out a little bit. He is looking down the right hand side. He makes that move done. Does he make it stick? He does indeed. Very nice move indeed by Marshall there. He takes that 5th position over Kiwi. Macreeda in the LGTT. You're going to hit the life chicane again? Probably not. I think you keep it together now. Oh, nice. Carried so much speed as he entered the life chicane there. Myself in 8th. Quick Ben in 9th. Johnny C. He had a couple of cars there hit the wall on the exit of the life chicane. CR2 Lucky Bucky in 12th. Bazinga in 13th position. Up we go. Because I'm pretty sure, Bazinga, if you watch this, just leave a comment. Did you start the race on wet tyres? Because it come up as wet tyres at the start of the race. Did you get rid of the wet tyres? Hope you did, because you're in 13th. Yeah, it looked like you started on wets. You know, because it comes up with the tyres they start on. It was like W, like blue. Jay Dante in 2nd position. The Hammer Games in 3rd. My phone's going off. I do apologise if you can hear that on stream. I do apologise, but let me have a look at the messages. So I'm going to focus on a battle at the minute. Again, I need another drink. I don't know what's going on my throat today. Macreeda has got past Kiwi now. Let's go back and have a look at that for the minute. That was through that first chicane, wasn't it? Yeah, down. He dives down the left. Oh, that was very close. Almost hitting Marshall there. So here we are. He's driving down. Yes, heading towards the chicane. Looks to the left. Let it break in. Sees Marshall up ahead. A little bit of tap. Jeez, that was lucky there. That could have Marshall could have been sandwiched into the barrier there. But we go because we have got now McCready's in 6th, Marshall in 5th still, McDaddy in 4th. He is catching the Hammer Games in 3rd. Jay Dante in 2nd. James Harburn on his own, heading towards the live chicane in 1st position. Yeah, 145.069 still. Jay Dante 145.280. The Hammer Games 146.509. McDaddy 146.335. Marshall 146.414. McCready 145.651. And then we have Kiwi, who has done at the minute. Kiwi has done a 146.690. Let's go back, because myself, I've done a 145.651. So I wasn't that far off the pace, you know. I just messed up my race. So Quick Ben in 9th, 146.652. Johnny C 146.137. Gold 145.830. Lucky Bucky 147.086. And Mazinga 146.543. Up we go quickly, because this man hasn't put a foot wrong, so fair play to him. I did say I wouldn't give you no stream time, but you know, we have our banter and whatnot. But yeah, he's I put a foot wrong in that Audi TT. Jay Dante in 2nd. This is where, isn't this where? Yeah. So you've got Jay Dante in 2nd, Nick the Hammer Games and McDaddy in 3rd. Let's see where that move got done. Out of that final turn. So Nick the Hammer Games just runs it a bit too wide. So McDaddy in that TT gets the overspeed. So along the start finish straight, he will obviously have the better speed in that TT, the traction as well. But the Porsche team tried to have it up for the S's up the hill, you know. The James Harburn, these two still battling it out. McCready obviously now has got past Marshall, so he's up to 5th position. Nick the Hammer Games obviously in 4th. Let's just focus on this for a minute. Can he gain up for the S's? On board with Nick. You see Hammer Games in 3rd. No one behind him for the time being. McCready's just there, appearing now. McDaddy, yeah, sticks it. Yeah, he's still in 3rd, doing a good job. But Nick's still behind him. McCready now, he's in Hammer time. He's in 5th, got past Marshall. Kiwi in 7th. Myself slowly catching Kiwi for that 7th position. Quick Ben in 9th. Johnny C in 10th. Gold 45 in 11th. CRT Lucky Bucky in 12th. And Bazinga, who's in 13th position. Because up we go, because we've got Nick the Hammer Games. Jay Dante's unfortunately too far ahead. Nick the Hammer Games and McDaddy still battling it out for 3rd and 4th. This battle's been carried on for the last few laps, I'll be honest with you. But McCready is slowly coming up behind. McDaddy there just runs it a bit too deep, you know. Broke a bit too late and he ran it a bit too wide, and that gives Nick obviously 3rd position again. 3rd and 4th, 3rd and 4th, 3rd and 4th, you know, it seems to be like that at the minute. But Marshall doing a good job in 6th. Kiwi stonking race. I'm side by side with him at the minute. Do I get the move done? I can't quite remember. So I'm side by side with Kiwi, heading down towards the chicane. Yeah, I do, but now my attention's on obviously Marshall. Out we go, because we've got these two still battling it out for 3rd and 4th. Nick the Hammer Games and McDaddy. McCready slowly catching behind McDaddy. It's falling. Marshall in 6th is falling away now from McDaddy. Myself in 7th, Kiwi in 8th. So yeah, battles commencing here as well. Goal 45 in the Ferrari. In 11th position. You can see Johnny C up ahead. Does he stick it out? Does he stick it out? Does he stick it out? No. So, CRT Lucky Bucky Bazinga. Let's go up quickly, because I'm pretty sure these two still battling it out. Jay Dante's still too far ahead. James Harburn just in a world of his own. Jay Dante likewise. The Hammer Games and McDaddy still battling it out. McCready slowly catching to the rear of McDaddy, but not quick enough. But we'll see what happens. Marshall, a bit of a wobble on there from McCready on the exit. Marshall in 6th. Me behind Marshall now. in 7th. Let's go on board with Marshall, because I'm behind Marshall there. We raced together in the Infinity Series as well. Obviously, likewise, James Hartman. So I make the move on to Marshall there. So I take 6th position, just give him a bit of indicator, saying thank you very much. So down we go, Kiwi in 8th, Johnny C in 9th. I will go up quickly, so we've got Johnny C and Quick Bear batting out for 9th and 10th. Again, that TT with the overspeed, along the start finish straight, they're side by side, heading down towards the chicane. Side by side, side by side, side by side, side by side, side by side. Who doesn't let it break in? Who doesn't let it break in? Still side by side, still at the back. Yeah, Johnny C gets that move done. Up we go quickly because we haven't got long to go. Because Nick the Hammer Games and McDaddy still batting it out. Macreada, obviously myself and Marshall, Mr. Bigfoot behind. James Hartman in first still. McDaddy. Oh, McDaddy just runs a little bit wide there. Nick the Hammer Games in 4th. McDaddy well kept together. Macreada in 5th. He is catching. He is catching 100%. Let me have a look at my messages. These two still batting it out. How long has this battle been going on for? I'll say what, 4, 5, 6 laps? Side by side now. Side by side now. 3rd and 4th. 3rd and 4th. 3rd and 4th. McDaddy just gets the better of the Hammer Games there. Still, McDaddy's in front. Through the live chicane they go. Nick is absolutely on it. Macreada's on it as well. 145, 186. Still hasn't got the fastest lap. That's by Mr. Hartman. Still got the fastest lap. McDaddy in 3rd. Nick the Hammer Game. Let's quickly scroll down because we've got Kiwi and Marshall 7th and 8th. We've got Johnny T in 9th. Gold in 10th. Quick Bed in 11th, CRT Lucky Bucky, Bazinga. Up we go because the battle, we haven't got long to go. We've got what, 3 minutes? 3 minutes. Jay Dante, James Hartman. As I put a foot wrong, like I said, Jay Dante as well. As I put a foot wrong. McDaddy and these two still battling it out, 3rd and 4th. Macreada is closing that gap quite rapidly, to be honest with you. These two side by side. Myself, a bit too far back from, obviously, Macreada. These two side by side into the first chicane. Still side by side. Still side by side. Marshall just gets the better of Kiwi there. Up we go quickly because I've got McDaddy and these two still battling that out. James and Jay Dante are in a world of their own in 1st and 2nd. But Macreada is looking to pounce on the Hammer Games there. So we're on board with Macreada. Can the Hammer Games get the overspeed there? Whoa! What happened there? So McDaddy in 3rd, Nick in 4th, Macreada behind in 5th. Oh, Hammer Games. He loses that 4th position. He was on for that podium then. I think what happened there is McDaddy just jinked left a little bit, so that put obviously the Hammer Games off. But now Macreada's diving down the right for that 3rd position. So he takes that podium. I bet the Hammer Games is beating himself up now. But no, McDaddy looks back at Macreada for that 3rd position in that Michelin mobile, and Macreada in that PlayStation mobile. But now, obviously, I've overtook Nick the Hammer Games. I bet he's beating himself up. It seemed like there was a twitch from McDaddy, so Nick just stayed out wide to the right, and that just compromised him, and he just ran it a bit wide. Up we go because we've got James Hartman. Ran a brilliant race. Likewise, Jay Dante, you know. Have a look back. These two still batting it out in the Audi TTs. And we go quickly. Anything else happening? We've got Kiwi and Marshall 8th and 7th. Gold in 9th. Johnny C's. Quick Ben, CRT Lucky Bucky. CRT Lucky Bucky looking at the right of Quick Ben. Get that move done. He does indeed. Bazinga in 13th, sorry. So up we go. Not long to go now. I think we're on the final lap. Mr. James Hartman, Mr. Sim Effects, ran a good race. Like I say, yeah, put a foot wrong, to be honest with you. Likewise, this fella here as well, Jay Dante, you know. Macreada and McDaddy, I've got messages at the moment. Let's have a quick look. Why does it always go off? Yeah. Yeah, I know, mate, yeah. Hello, Nick. Hello. So, we got Macreada and McDaddy batting out, 3rd and 4th. James Harburn, like I said, yeah, put a foot wrong, you know. Fair play to him. He's ran a perfect race, and that's what you want. You want no errors and no mistakes. And likewise, Jay Dante as well. He had a bit of a battle towards the start of the race, but he's got through and he's done all he had to do. So James Harburn heading towards the final part of the lap now. Let's quickly Daddy and McCreed are still battling it out. Let's give this man, obviously, he's done well and he's earned that 1st position. So James Harburn in 1st. Well done. Just spins across the line, handbrake turn. Very well done indeed. Jay Dante again ran a good race. Like I said, had a bit of a battle towards the start of the race, but he's made his way through to 2nd position. McCreeda, with people doing mistakes, he's took 3rd. McDaddy in 4th. He had a great battle with Nick the Hammer Gaines for a few laps. Myself in 5th. Nick the Hammer Gaines, very unfortunate there, but it comes over the line in 6th. Could have got the podium. Marshall in 7th. Kiwi in 8th. Next week, Red Bull and Golf 45 in 9th. Johnny C in 10th. CRT Lucky Bucky in 11th. Bazinga in 12th. And Quick Ben, what's happened to you? Yeah, next week, obviously Red Bull Ring, and we've got Spa as well. Red Bull will be the Aston Martin GR4, and obviously Spa will be their own choice. So that might be dominated by TT there. But obviously that was races 7 and 8 from the Gran Turismo Touring Car Championship. Part of MRC. Obviously I've been ESR Idol 4. Hope you enjoyed it. Sorry about the slurry words and that. Still early when I started, but you all take care. Be safe. Much love. And yeah, I've been ESR Idol 4. You take care. Thank you. Bye bye. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. Thank you.